Hello everyone, my name is Chip.
That's my name too.
Yeah, they know your name is Chip. Today we're going to talk about Double Masters, hence the twin. Double Masters is one of the most expensive Masters sets ever released, and has done some questionable things by shifting uncommons up to rares and giving them the rare slot that every pack's meant to have two of. Which sounds confusing because it is. They're reprinting a card that was either a common or an uncommon, upshifting it to rare, and releasing it as a rare in that slot. But they're re-releasing a card, so it's actually less rare than it was previously, and is now more rare because there's more of them.
This is making my head hurt.
Yeah, my head hurts too. Alright, well anyway, we're just going to talk about one of the cards that they've decided to reprint at the rare slot. Champion of Lambholt. The card everyone's been waiting for. Champion of Lambholt is a 3-drop creature, human warrior. Creatures with power less than Champion of Lambholt's power can't block creatures you control. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of Lambholt. I haven't been this disappointed in a franchise's actions since, well, this.
At last the work of generations is complete. The great error is corrected. The day of victory is at hand. The day of revenge. The day of the Sith.
Terrible. So somehow Champion of Lambholt has returned. Now I ran Champion of Lambholt years and years ago, when I first started splashing green in my humans deck. Since then a lot has changed. A lot of cards hate on X1s these days. You got Walking Ballista, you've got Plague Engineer, you've got Prowess throwing gut shots into the mix. It's just not a good time to be an X1 in a tribal deck. So with that said, I'm running a deck filled with them. Today we're running green-white humans because I love humans.
Well, I'm a human.
Not you.
Come on.
I've decided that instead of running an Eighth of Isle humans deck, we're going to run a Collected Company deck. We're running 4 of the Champion of Lambholts that I spoke about, and apart from that, we're just a pretty generic green-white humans deck. I decided to run no paths in the main, opting for Fiend Hunter instead, or to give our Collected Companies a better hit rate. Sideboard, we're running 2 Path to Exiles in there. Everything else is pretty generic stuff for our bad matchups. And with that, let's go on to the games. Alright, we get a hand with no 1-drops, but it's perfectly keepable, so we keep. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Forest, and runs out a Noble Hierarch. Well, we're just going to lead on a Stirring Wildwood, and we'll just pass it there. Opponent plays a normal forest, and Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay. And a Valakut. Okay, so we're in trouble. Well, we'll start on plains. We're going to run out Thalia's Lieutenant as an expensive champion of the parish, and we'll pass it there. Opponent plays a Windswept Heath and a Misty Rainforest. Runs out a Spike Feeder. Okay. And they swing in with the Dryad. Alright, so we have to deal with Valakut this turn, and the only way we can deal with Valakut is by using Fiend Hunter on the Dryad, so we're going to do that then. I think we're just going to fetch now, get a forest, run out the Fiend Hunter. Alright, the Eldrami's call in response to the Fiend Hunter. They search for a Heliod. Oh dear. Well, they might just have us with a Heliod combo here. We won't swing in, and we'll pass to them. They crack their Windswept Heath, get a Temple Garden untapped, run out the Heliod. We'll just yield through this turn and make them play it out. They can gain infinite life if they want. Crack their Misty Rainforest, get a Temple Garden. They keep going with their infinite life. Had enough of that, I suppose. Treetop Village. Well, we will play that now, and we will run out Champion of Lambholt, and we will swing in for 3. Opponent's going to gain a bunch of life, letting us know how futile our fight is, but that's okay. We pass the turn. Yep, they reveal the Ballista, that's a win con, and we concede. Alright, well, we're going to bring in our paths, and we're going to bring in Stony Silence. What do we go down? Go down the Thraben Inspectors. We'll go down 1 Cocoa. We'll run it back like that. Another slow one. We're going to mulligan. This one is better. We're going to keep this one. What will we put to the bottom? Fiend Hunter. Alright, well, go Temple Garden, paying 2 life, and we'll run out the Champion of the Parish. And we'll pass it there. Opponent plays a Windswept Heath, cracks it immediately for a forest, plays a Birds of Paradise. Okay. Our turn, we get another Windswept Heath. Well, we'll play that. We'll run out our Noble Hierarch, put a counter on our Champion of the Parish. Exalted will trigger, and we'll swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 16. We pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Sunpetal Grove, plays a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay. Plays a Windswept Heath and a Noble Hierarch. Okay. Well, we're going to crack our Windswept Heath for another Temple Garden. This one's going to be tapped. Go to our turn. Gonna play a forest. We're just gonna swing with the Champion of the Parish for 3. Opponent chooses not to block. We're gonna Collected Company. Gonna get Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion of Lambholt. And we hit them for 6 down to 10. We'll just pass it there. Opponent plays a Rejuvered Thicket Tapped. They run out the Spike Feeder. Okay. They know they can't block, right? Who knows? Well, that basically seals it up. We run out of Champion of Lambholt again. Put counters on all our dudes. And we'll swing in for 14. And our opponent scoops it up. Alright, cool. So we just got to hit in a bit faster. Yeah, we'll keep it as is and we'll run it back. This is a slow one, but it does shut off their win condition, I guess. Doesn't stop Valakut. Gonna mulligan. If we draw a green source, this hand is great, so we're gonna keep. We're gonna put one of the Noble Hierarchs back. Opponent leads with Valakut. That's not a good start for them. Well, we didn't draw a land, so we're gonna go Champion of Parish. Hopefully we draw a green source next turn. They play a Windswept Heath, they crack it, get a Plains. Vizier of Remedies. Alright, we might be in trouble. Yep, we're in trouble. We didn't draw a land. We play out the other Champion of the Parish. We won't attack. We're just going to pass it there. Play a Wooded Bastion. And they run out the Heliod. Okay. We do draw a green source though, so that's a bit better. Gonna crack that. Temple Garden. Yes, we would like to pay 2 life. We'll run out a Noble Hierarch. We'll swing in for 4. Opponent takes it down to 15. We pass to them. Play a Misty Rainforest. Crack it immediately down to 14. They get a forest. They got the Walking Ballista, X equals 2. So we have to Fiend Hunter or draw a way to deal with that. Yeah, so we Fiend Hunter. Target the Walking Ballista with the Fiend Hunter. They deal 1 damage to our smaller champion. And again, that's fine. Our remaining Champion of the Parish will swing in for 5. Takes them down to 9. We'll pass it there. Opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs. Runs out the Devoted Druid and another Vizier. Alright, they pass to us. While we draw a Path to Exile, that makes our turn a bit more interesting. Well, we'll run out another Noble Hierarch, put a counter on a Champion of Parish, and we will swing in for 7. Opponent blocks with a Vizier. Okay. Alright, we'll let them go to their turn. They crack the Verdant Catacombs, eh? That's fine. Temple Garden tapped. They do nothing and pass to us. Okay, so now we get to keep up Eerie Interlude and Path to Exile. That worked out well. Well, I think we just go to combat. Swing with our big Champion of the Parish. Double Exalted. 7/7. They choose not to block, they go down to 1, their fetch lands are now useless. And yeah, we'll just pass back to them. They get the Spike Feeder, hey? That's fine. They activate Spike Feeder. In response, we're going to path it. They put the +1/+1 counter on Vizier of Remedies. Alright, they pass to us. We draw another Champion of Lambholt, hey? Well, we attack with the Champion of Parish. 7/7 again. Opponent blocks with the Vizier. That's fine. Gains lifelink until end of turn. That's fine. They go up to 9. They put a +1/+1 counter on the Druid. And we are going to Eerie Interlude our 3 creatures. Creatures come back. Put a bunch of counters on our Champion of Parish. And the Fiend Hunter's going to target that Druid. So they need exactly Walking Ballista to win here. And they scoop it up. Very nice indeed. Yeah, okay. Champion of Lambholt came in handy in that second game. That was pretty cool. They couldn't block. It's slow, but we're going to keep. I think we're just going to lead on Plains, Champion of the Parish. And our opponent scoops up the match. Some people just don't like humans. Alright, our opponent wins the die roll. We've got a perfectly acceptable hand. I'm going to keep. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta. Cracks it immediately. I think we're getting hand-hated. Watery Grave. Untap. Hedron Crab. Okay, that's cool. Noble Hierarchy. Alright, well we're going to go Plains, run out Champion of the Parish, pass it there. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin, so it looks like mill. Yep, they target us, definitely mill. Collected Company in the bin, Ranger Captain in the bin. That's cool. They don't swing in with their 0 power creature, they pass to us. Alright, Charming Prince. Well, we're going to go Windswept Heath. We're going to crack it, Temple Garden, untap. Going to run out Thraven Inspector. Opponent Archive traps us, that's fine. We run out the Noble Hierarch, put another counter on our Champion of the Parish. We swing in for 4. Opponent takes it down to 13. We pass the turn there. Opponent plays another Field of Ruin. Mills us with the Hedron Crab. Yep, just Field of Ruin as us. We'll get a forest. They pass the turn to us. Okay. Oh, that's tempting with the Champion of Parish. Well, we're just going to go to combat. Swing in for 4. 4. No blocks from our opponent. Run this collected company out, hopefully not into a counter. Very cool. We get Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion of Lambholt. Make it harder for them to block. Alright, they take 8 down to 5. We pass the turn. Opponent plays another Field of Ruin. Hedron Crab mills us. And our opponent scoops it up. Alright. Onto sideboard, eh? Well, I think rest in peace so they can't gain a bajillion life. Bring in our 2 artifact enchant removal. Is that it? They might not be able to deal with the Mirroring Crusader. Yeah, we'll go up the Mirroring Crusaders. We're going to go down all 4 collected company and 2 Eternal Witnesses. And we'll run it back like that. We get a really good hand. So we're going to keep. Opponent plays a Watery Grave. Runs out the Hedron Crab. Okay, we're going to play out the Temple Garden, shocking ourselves, and run out Champion of the Parish. We'll just pass it there. They get the Shelldock Isle. Okay, well, we're going to hopefully trap whatever card they put under there forever. And they mill us for 3. No, they got our Champion of Lambholt. That's disappointing. And they Fatal Push the Champion of the Parish. Alright, well, that makes this next turn a little bit easier. We're going to play our Forest, and we're just going to cast Rest in Peace. Opponent plays Glimpse the Unthinkable. Exiles a bunch of our lands. Wow. We were hoping to draw some of those. Draw a Noble Hierarch, not bad, so we will run out Champion of the Parish and Noble Hierarch. We'll just pass it there. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand, mills us again. They hit our Eerie Interlude, and we have no artifact or enchantment destruction left, I think. No, we've still got 1. Okay, mill us again. Hit a bunch of our creatures. Down to 30 cards in deck. Fraying Sanity. Alright, now we are in trouble. Wait, are we? Fraying Sanity doesn't work through Rest in Peace. That's great. Oh, I love it. I love it when stuff works out like that. Well, they haven't got a lot going on, so I think we might actually just Fiend Hunter this Hedron Crab for now, and we'll just start swinging in for a bunch. All right, we're going to get in for 4. They take it down to 13. Fraying Sanity triggers, but nothing entered the graveyard. They pass to us. We play the Ground Catacomb. They Fatal Push our Champion of the Parish. That's fine. And they just pass it there. Okay, we didn't draw the land. Well, we'll run out Thraben Inspector, get a clue token, and we're going to run out Charming Prince and just use him to scry. We will put Ranger Captain on top of our library, and we'll put Windswept Heath on top of our library. Go to combat, and we'll just get in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 11. We'll pass the turn there. Bontu's Last Reckoning. Destroy all creatures. Exactly what we didn't want to see. But it traps them with their tapped lands, so hopefully we can get in. They play another Hedron Crab, though. That's not good. Well, we're going to shuffle away our other Ranger Captain. We're going to get a basic Plains. We're going to run out Ranger Captain of Eos. Going to shoot her up a 1-drop. It's going to be a Champion of the Parish. We're just going to pass the turn there. Opponent passes the turn. We draw the Ranger Captain anyway. Okay. Well, we'll cast the Champion of the Parish. Cast Thalia's Lieutenant. Put counters on everything. We'll swing in for 4. Opponent blocks. That's cool. So Glimpse is a sorcery. Don't think we sack the Ranger Captain just yet, though. And we'll just pass it there. Opponent casts Visions from Beyond for a redraw. Gets the land, tap, mills us again. They hit another Champion of Lambholt. They do cast the Glimpse. Okay, so it's getting real close to dead. And they pass to us. Okay, we draw the Champion of Lambholt. So I think what we do is we run out the Ranger Captain. See if we have any 1-drops left to grab. We do. Put counters on all our stuff. Gonna swing in for 10. Put a stop on our opponent's upkeep. Opponent blocks the Ranger Captain. That's fine. Gonna sack our Ranger Captain and hope what's under the Shelldock Isle doesn't beat us. Alright, they let it resolve. And they scoop up the match. Alright. Happy with that. Alright, they win the die roll, but we get a perfectly good hand, so we're gonna keep. Opponent plays a Stomping Ground, untapped, and plays an Oath of Nissa. Okay, what do they reveal? Reveals a Windswept Heath. Okay, they pass to us. We're gonna run out Temple Garden and run out the Champion of the Parish. Because I'm not a coward. Opponent plays the Windswept Heath, cracks it for a breeding pool, and runs out a Kinnan. Gross. They pass to us. We draw the Fiend Hunter. Okay. Well, I think we're just going to get a basic with this Windswept Heath. Run out the Thraben Inspector. Get a clue token. Put a counter on a Champion of the Parish. Or run out the Noble Hierarch. Put another counter on a Champion of the Parish. And swing in for 4. Opponent takes it down to 11 and we pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Windswept Heath. Cracks it. Yep. For a Forest. Runs out to Fairy Time Raveler. Bounces our Champion of Parish back to hand. Draw another Noble Hierarch. Okay. Well, we will play out the Champion of the Parish. We will cast Fiend Hunter, targeting your Kinnan, putting a counter on our Champion of the Parish. And we're just going to attack and kill the Teferi Time Raveler. And our opponent scoops it up. All right. Don't even know what we're playing against. Well, we know they're Planeswalkers of some type, so we're going to bring in our Artifact and Enchantment removal. They're using Kinnan. I think that's fine. We'll just go down 1 Collected Company, 1 Eerie Interlude. Just run it like that. Alright, our opponent's going first. We get a much slower hand, but I think we're going to keep, because why not? Why not? Opponent plays a Windswept Heath, cracks it immediately, gets a Forest, runs out a Noble Hierarch. Okay, well, we get a Windswept Heath. We're going to play it and crack it right away. We're just going to get a Plains, and we'll just run out the Thraben Inspector, getting a clue, and we'll pass it there. Opponent plays a Windswept Heath, cracks it, Stomping Ground, runs out of Birds of Paradise. Alright, they've got all the mana in the universe. And they pass to us. Okay, we draw the Fiend Hunter. Alright, well, we're going to shock in the Temple, and yeah, we'll just crack the clue now. We draw a Noble Hierarch. That's pretty good. Won't attack, and we'll just pass it there. Opponent plays a Windswept Heath, cracks the Windswept Heath for a Temple Garden, casts Xenagos. Okay, haven't seen Xenagos in a while. Makes mana with Xenagos, runs out a Nissa. I see. They pass to us. We draw the land, so I think it is Temple Garden into a Champion of the Lambholt, and I think we just pass it there. They get the Oath of Nissa. Alright, that's a bit scary. There may be an Elspeth Sun's Champion in our future soon. Nissa makes a plant, adds mana with Xenagos. Nicol Bolas. Okay. They draw a card and they make us exile a card from our hand. Okay, well, we don't need a second Champion of Lambholt. We get a Nixthos. So they make a bunch of mana for. They get a Nahiri. Oh dear. This deck's awesome. Alright, and they pass to us. Draw the forest. Okay, so we play the forest. So we can either Ranger Captain, get a 1-drop, goes up to 3. We can Collected Company. I think it might just be a big Collected Company, hope to hit something good. That would be something good. Okay, well, it's going to be Eternal Witness to get back the Collected Company. And we'll get Charming Prince as well, put all the rest back. Get Collected Company back to hand. Charming Prince is just going to scry. We'll put that on the bottom. We will keep a creature on top. We will use Eternal Witness's ability. Put a bunch of counters on our Champion of Lambholt. We're going to attack Nicol Bolas with both our creatures. Takes it down to 1. Pass the turn there. Alright, 1 card in hand and all the Planeswalkers in the world. What are you going to do? Get to exile a card, hey? We'll make it the Noble Hierarch, because we are drawing another 1-drop next turn. Yep, they have to exile the Lambholt. They get another Oath of Nissa. Reveals a Kinnan. Alright, so they have more than all the mana in the world. And a Garruk Wildspeaker. Oh dear. Oh dear. Garruk untaps a bunch of lands. They play the Kinnan, and they're putting counters on all their creatures. Okay. Yep, they swing in for 4. We're going to take it. Pretty close to dead. They pass to us. Alright, what do we get? We know about the champion, don't we? We're going to hold the champion, and we'll play it after this Coco. We hit Thalia's Lieutenant, Thalia's Lieutenant. Well, that pumps the board quite substantially. So they're going to be able to Garruk next turn. So does one more creature help with that? I think we're still dead. I do believe we are still dead. But you know what? We're not cowards. We're going to run it out. Alright, and if they can't kill us next turn, we hopefully have them dead on the backswing. Alright, Nahiri makes some loot. And we get a Temple Garden. They make another Satyr. They make us draw and discard. We're going to get rid of our Fiend Hunter. They play out of Birds of Paradise. They put a +1/+1 counter on every creature they control. They ultimate the Garruk. Yep, they saw the line. Pretty sure we're dead. Yeah, they swing at us with approximately an infinite power, so we're just going to concede it there. Alright, going to keep it like this and we'll just run it back again. Hopefully we're fast enough. We would like to play first. This is a terrible hand, we will mulligan. This is a 1-lander but better, so we're going to keep, and we'll put Eternal Witness to the bottom. Opponent starts with a Leyline of Abundance. So now their mana dorks tap for double. Well, we're going to run out Champion of the Parish and hope we draw a land next turn. Pass it there. They play a Breeding Pool, shocking themselves, and they play out a Noble Hierarch. Okay. We drew the opposite of a land. We drew a Collected Company, which is the most expensive card in our deck. So we're going to run out Champion of the Parish, and we're going to swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 15, and we pass the turn. Opponent plays a Stomping Ground, shocking themselves down to 13, and runs out another Noble Hierarch. Okay. And then they run out the Kinnan. Okay, they have approximately infinite mana, while we are stuck on 1 land. We draw land. Very nice. Okay. So we go Ranger Captain Scry. Ranger Captain shoot up a 1-drop, then next turn Scry. That's pretty cool. So yeah, Ranger Captain. We're going to get a Noble Hierarch just so we can start getting these Collected Companies out, I think. I think that's how we're going to win. We swing in for 3, 4 with Exalted. Opponent takes it down to 9, pass the turn there. Opponent plays the Nixthos. Okay, casts a Doubling Season, eh? We're just going to sacrifice the Ranger Captain now. I don't want Planeswalkers entering and ultimating right away. They play the Clothis. Okay, and they swing in for 2, 4 with the Exalted. Fair enough. And they pass to us. What do we draw? We draw a land. Okay, well, we're just going to play out the land and shock ourselves. Collected Company. Oh, Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion of Lambholt. Those are some good ones. Okay, so they've got an indestructible blocker that can stop our champion. So we're just going to hold back. And then we're hoping next turn's Coco can give us enough power for lethal. Clothis eats our collected company. Yep. They play an Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. I don't think they've got it. They would have cast it by now if they had it. Surely they've got one card in hand. I don't even think... Do we need the Coco? I don't think we need the Coco, because Coco could whiff. Charming Prince and Noble Hierarch get Champion of Lambholt up to 5, which everything pumps. So we're presenting lethal. What do they have? Suspense is killing me here. Go to combat. They do nothing. Okay, so they're keeping up mana for the Leyline of Abundance, I think, which that's fine. Go to our turn. We draw a tap land. Okay, well, we're going to play Stirring Wildwood. We're going to run out the Charming Prince, putting counters on everything. What do? Do we scry? Yeah, we're going to scry. Put a land to the bottom. We can keep Thraben Inspector on top. Any creature is good, really. Everything's going to tick up. We're going to run out this Noble Hierarch. All right, everything's going to tick up. Now, Kinnan doubles the mana for everything, doesn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it has access to 8 mana, which is enough for Kinnan to go off as well. Okay. So if we activate the Leyline, they have to block Clothis onto the Champion, which means we get in for 10, which I think is fine. Or we could just swing with Champion, get in for 7. They go down to 4. Definitely swinging with that. Yeah, we'll just swing with this. Yep, they activate the Leyline, but I don't think that's enough, because we had Exalted. We take you down to 4. We pass the turn there. All right, so they go back up to 6. We go down to 5. All right, they activate the Leyline again. Pump everything. Everything is huge. All right, they go to combat. They don't attack. All right, they see the threat. All right, our turn. We are drawing a creature. We will run out the Thraben Inspector, pump our board. And we're going to Coco. Coco hits a Ranger Captain and a Champion of the Parish. Put the cards back in any order because we're shuffling. Stack our triggers. We're going to use Ranger Captain's ability. We're going to tutor up a Noble Hierarch. And our opponent scoops up the match. They saw what was happening. Very nice, very nice. The opponent has a very cool deck, but wow, Champion of Lambholt just comes in clutch. Okay, I love it. I love it. Alrighty, so green-white humans with Champion of Lambholt. The deck's better than I thought it would be. Really wanted to show the downside of Champion of Lambholt being an X1 in a tribal deck. But we just kept winning. Now, we didn't run it through a league. I don't think this deck is appropriate for a league. I made so many mistakes building this deck. Like, I didn't put... I didn't put any Cavern of Souls in the deck list. The only removal we were running main board was Fiend Hunter. I had no way to exile... enchantments, so I couldn't deal with the gods at all in the sideboard. That was ridiculous. So maybe the reprint's okay? I don't think the reprint's okay. I think they need to reprint fetch lands, but I'm happy with Champion of Lambholt. I already own my playset, but now you guys can get a playset as well. It hasn't brought the cost down at all. It's a pretty cheap card already. But yeah, I mean, hell, Champion of Lambholt seems pretty decent now. Casual play, for casual play. Well, look, that's been our game. I hope to see you next time, and until next time, have fun.